Hello and welcome to a extra special and deeply personal Degenerate Nation podcast. Don't change that station; it's the Degenerate Nation. All right. Well, I'm going to read my poems and short pieces to a literary manager. Um, I decided to do it live on the show. His name is Michael, but he doesn't know he's on the show. Um, but I think he's gonna sign me. All right, let me call him. Hold on. Uh, Michael.
Yes, this is Michael Cummings.
Hey. So how does this work? Do I have to pitch the stories, or do I just like kind of tell the title and read them to
Um,
you, or?
yeah, so typically our process here at Literary Frontiers Incorporated is I'd like to hear what material you have first and foremost, and just one by one, or however you'd like to you know let me digest what you have, and we'll roll from there.
Okay. I'm going to read you a piece called Gentrification, and
Oh, is
yeah,
that right?
yeah, and it's a short story, kind of a micro story, and I'll read that, and I guess you can say what you need to say afterwards, and I guess then I
Yeah,
can go to the next. We could do it that way.
yeah. That sounds swell. Micro story. Do you have a micro penis or something?
Okay. Um. Okay. This is called gentrification. Okay. Whew. You got this. You got this. You got this. Okay. Um. Time was I could pass out anywhere I damn well please in Northeast. Times change, people change, but not me. I hit the liquor store in New Jersey every day, soon as it opens. Morning, Bert, Ahmed would say. Morning. Time is relative, I'd grumble, 'cause it is. Least it is if you spend your days drunk, blissful, and your nights defecating, retching, grousing after hookers by the bridge on Third. You know the one. The one with all them hookers, stepping out of the shadows, sweet specters of rentable flesh. And yeah, I'd poke me a whore or two when my scratch-offs hit. Get the goblins out, my dad used to say. And sometimes night was day, retch by the scrapyard, pass out in the alley behind the food bank on First, shit by the bridge. Ain't no daytime hookers out. See, time is relative if you got nothing tying you down. And I ain't. Shut up, kitty! Sorry, I have a cat.
Well, that's please proceed. I like the hookers. Continue.
Okay, and I ain't need no tethering. I got Ahmed give me my syrup. Pints is only $4.99, the plastic bottles. Whiskey, vodka, gin, don't matter. Drink 'em straight, I ain't no pussy. And sometimes I get me a 40 ounce or three. Malt got them calories if I ain't planning on eating too much. Some days I don't feel like scrounging or standing in line at the food bank with those shit tossers. All they think they all think they deserve more slop in their bowls, like they got a story I ain't heard before. Me, I got no problems. I just like to get fucked up. Ain't trying to work more for the goddamn government to reach in my pockets. Hell no. I was put here to drink, goddammit. Ahmed know it. He always glad to see me, and he's alright for an Arab. Anyway, life was good. Then they built that fucking stadium, and goddamn commerce took off like the Black Plague. Ring around the rosy. Blocks I roamed like Almighty Christ, swallowed up by developers and yuppies. Abandoned row houses I'd pass out in front of, or in when it gets cold. That's all a Walmart now. You believe that? High-rise condos shooting up like yucky Babylon on over every sodden step I'd take. Big, clean monstrosities with plush furniture nobody ever pissed on, and off-the-boat African concierges friendlier than shit. Bridge hookers still hooking, but they nervous. And the scrapyard is a fucking payway now with a soda stream. 7 goddamn flavors of mellow yellow. 7. And they keep saying their restroom is for paying customers only, but sometimes I sneak past and take a big old shit, 'cause fuck 'em. I ate their slop before, it don't taste like real Asian food. You want real shit, you go down to Chinatown. But they got a stadium there too, and they'll chase away all the Chinamen, you just wait. And they'll build more bars for the youths and their Tinders, and another fucking wax museum with a payway in it. And they'll have a Lincoln wax without the head wound, 'cause nobody wants real shit, don't know what to do with it if it's sat on their face. They want 7 fucking flavors of mellow yellow. They call it gentrification. But that word don't sound sinister enough, do it? Push all the blacks out. Turn our titty bars into tapas. The fuck is tapas? Rip the bars off our windows, shove them straight up our asses. We, the dreamers. We, the low people. Demolish the shelter and the food bank. Build a satellite campus for a liberal arts college so future yuppie wives can study social work. Never mind the starving. Never mind the sick. I tell Ahmed, I say, watch your back, brother. They'll run you out, too. Raise your rent up so high you'll work the bridge to keep your lights on, but you ain't pretty enough. Neither is they, but they pros, and everybody need a warm place. Get the goblins out. You ain't no pro, Ahmed, and I sure do doubt you warm. You watch, brother. They'll force you to fold, push you out with me and the blacks. Pop your sweet immigrant dream inside out. All that service you provide the community, hooch and rubbers and lottos and them hot Cheetos gone, gone, gone. They'll tear your building down to the foundation, along with the rotting corpse of the adjacent Radio Shack. Build a Total Wines or a World of Beer. These millennials want variety in their mouths right quick, and they don't think about nobody but themselves. But every piece of marble tile they walk on, you rip it up, you dig down deep enough through the soil, and I'm there, man. They can push me out as far as they please, but every bodily fluid I ever done expunge remains somewhere deep down in the guts of our neighborhood, and they can't take that away from us. Let them bust us out to bumblefuck. Stack payways on Panera, straight up to God herself, but they stacking up their gentrified fuck bubble on top of the fossilized piss, shit, puke, and sperm of good old Bert. Okay, that was gentrification.
Well, first thoughts, and thank you for your emotional reading.
Yes.
First thoughts, I just wanted more. You know how, it's like you're eating a foot long at Subway, and you're like, I want more, I want another one. That's how I felt in hearing that. Maybe a slight name change, in my opinion. I'm thinking Ahmed's Payway and the 7 flavors. And you can really just, maybe peel back the stuff about the gentrification and just, go the Payway and 7 flavors of Mellow Yellow route. I think that's what our readers want to hear at Literary Frontier here. Quality stuff.
Okay. They don't want to hear the piss and shit?
Maybe some hookers. I like the part where, you re-emphasized, the bridge with the hookers. And then just because I was confused as to where the hookers were, you went ahead and said the bridge with all the hookers.
So you were picturing the bridge and all the hookers, walking around and grousing?
Typically, now here's a good question. Were the hookers above or below the bridge? Because
below, like a tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, a tunnel. I guess I based it on Washington D.C. like how there was a real food bank and there's a real bridge and it won't be there forever.
Yeah, neither will those hookers.
No, they'll be dead.
No, they'll probably rotten. But you know what doesn't rot? Payway. Because those, man, they know how to make some cuisine, don't they?
Yeah, they're all right, I guess.
But and bringing it back to a full picture here, I like what you got. Name change doesn't have to be the first thing in our decision process here. Just telling you, keep in mind Payway and Ahmed 7 flavors. Excuse me. But good stuff. Good stuff. Felt real visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really quality. Are the other stories also going to be about Payway?
I can make them about Payway.
You make them about Payway.
Okay, I'll try to insert Payway into them mentally, and maybe not as I'm reading them, but I'll take that as I'm taking notes.
As you should.
I can put more Payway into it.
Yeah, please. We're working. Any way for us to fucking pull in any dollar we can off the streets. We're looking for a Payway advertising gig here at Literary Frontier.
It's Paywayola.
Yeah. Stick to the reading, not the jokes, okay?
Okay. I'll read another piece.
Yeah, goddamn right you will. Excuse me, pardon my French. I just haven't had my Payway for lunch yet.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
What's this next one called?
Where is it? Hold on a second, sir. I will track that piece down for you. Okay, Michael, I would like to present Pop, Rocks, and Christ.
Okay, interesting. Interesting title. That'll go well with Payway and the Seven Flavors. So
Thank you.
Let's hear it.
Okay. It was after the robot holocaust that I found my convoluted path to Christ. She became manifest in a semi-pro belcher named Jessina Marisdottir Fuzzlewick, who plied her trade amongst the pseudo-artistic strivers along the decaying Venice Beach boardwalk. $5 a burp. She'd belch in your face, even your open mouth if you timed it right. Burp. And sure as shit, she was Jesus Christ. My Savior, your Savior. I stumbled upon the gender-morphing child of God in the women's bathroom at Sidewalk Cafe. Me, there by mistake. So embarrassed. She, snorting cocaine off the mint dish on the sink counter, while a woman shit repellently in a nearby stall. Meet me outside on the boardwalk, she said. I had no plans, other than to get good and blitzed, alone, so I accepted her invitation as she tooted another rail. I waited outside, watching the man with two necks play his electronic pulse harp. The discordant music warbling from his instrument was both terrible and soothing. I felt momentarily connected, less alone, seized by the spiritual aura of the man with two necks. I was going to give him some money. Then she came out of Sidewalk Cafe. Her nose was running, cocaine boogers. You wanted to see me, I said as she approached. I wouldn't go that far. Walk, she implored me to move with a curt gesture. Where are we going? Nowhere. I took a closer look at her as we walked in silence for a beat. She had a Monroe piercing, dusted with specks of cocaine, and I sincerely wondered if she was a lesbian. We walked half a block before finally she broke the silence. Do you know who I am? No. And yet you followed me. I did? Why? Seemed like the thing to do. You're lost. Maybe. You are. Okay. Have you ever tasted your own cum? What? Answer that and I'll tell you who I am. I thought about it and realized I had nothing to lose. Yes, I've tasted my own cum on more than one occasion. Good. Thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable with me. We slowed our walk to a crawl. Yeah, no problem. So who are you? She smiled at me, a couple of gold teeth shining in the blinding California sun. I'm Jesus Christ. What the fuck? You're a woman, and you're real. Flesh and bone, you can't be Christ. I am more than my earthly body. We all are. That makes no sense. What, are you referring to the soul? Pretty sure I discarded mine a long time ago. Everybody can be redeemed. Even kitty rapists? She says nothing. Let me see your wrists. She showed me no marks. If you're Jesus, where's the stigmata? Oh, that was him saying that. Sorry. Gone. I've taken a new form. I'll allow it. Are you omniscient? No, I just know certain things about people, usually useless factoids. But I'm adept enough at this whole Christ thing to know that your soul is in need of rest. You're in pain. Isn't everybody? To varying degrees, yes, but you're harboring too much. Well, if you're Jesus, can't you just take my pain away? It doesn't work like that. Of course not. Why would it? I looked up at an older woman passing by, walking her digital dog. She looked at peace like she didn't need street Jesus, just her fake dog and the sun cooking us all. Nothing soothes me, I added. Animals, women. But you drink. Doesn't that soothe you? No. Then why do you do it? I like the way it burns my throat. I don't know. I just do it. It suits me. Being a wretch suits you? Sure, you hung out with whores and beggars. You should know when it's a fit. Being a human being is really fucking hard, but there are supposed to be fruits to our labor. Yeah, well, not for me, I guess. You don't know that. You're still young-ish. That's worse. More time to wait for me to be right while I decay. At least you were crucified before you got old and bitter. Sorry. I forgive you. Then she stopped, reached into a ratty purse, pulled out a bag of Pop Rocks and RC Cola. She ripped open the bag of Pop Rocks and poured them in her mouth, then twisted the lid off the RC Cola bottle and poured the soda into her mouth, gargled it for a beat, then swallowed. My elixir. Jesus gets her powers from Pop Rocks and RC Cola, I scoffed. No, I use it for my art. I'm a belcher, right here on the boardwalk. That's how I make my money. You make enough to buy Coke, or do you get it from your disciples? Skeptical as you are, you're still walking with me. Why? I looked out at the abandoned, dilapidated storefronts where t-shirt stores and marijuana dispensaries used to be, then back at Jesus. I want answers. You want to know the meaning of life. Doesn't everybody? That's got to be like the number one question people ask you. It's up there. Life means whatever we make it mean. Through our goals and actions, through who we choose to love and how to love them, in work and play, in our families and pets, in how we prioritize these things. Every life means something, but some mean more than others, because they've done the work, and hard work on yourself is rewarded. So my life means less because I drink too much, and I barely work, and I've never had a long-term love? Yes. But because you haven't dedicated to changing the things that make you unhappy. You will always be lesser in your own eyes until you do dedicate yourself. You might not change, but it's the effort that's important. You'll find meaning in it. You'll find growth. Maybe, but how do you change? How do you start? You start with faith. Faith in me, in my Father, and most of all, faith in yourself. The idea that you possess all that you'll ever need within you. And do I? Yes. You just haven't found it yet, and you won't for a good long while, and it'll go on and elude you unless you start looking now. What am I looking for exactly? Inner truth? Inner peace? Yes. Guess what? No answer. Were you here during the robot holocaust I pushed on? Or have you only recently been reincarnated, resurrected, rebooted, whatever? I was here, sadly. Heard they exterminated 50,000 AI 2000 and above models in mass down in Long Beach, torched them, smashed them, broke them apart, murdered them all at sites all over the world in solidarity. Yep, Holocaust. Can't really call it murder, though. They weren't human or animal. Robots don't have rights. They're products, nothing more. Products that could look after children, teach, nurture. Products that could become members of the law enforcement community to protect us. By all means, let's bally about their mass extinction. Humans were becoming obsolete, our jobs cut in favor of robot workers that cost very little to produce and demanded no wages. And these robots kept becoming even more intelligent with each new design. Who knows what they were capable of if they banded together? None of us now. Damn right. Defending a Holocaust to Jesus isn't the best way to get your questions answered, she chortled, detestably. Then she took out her RC Cola, chugged the bottle, and burped. You're good. That was a nice... She belched again right in my face. I could almost taste the pop rocks and smell the pungent sweetness. The sugar, the divine essence of Christ. Let me defend my points, R.E. the Holocaust. Kurt Vonnegut wrote a book, Player Piano, about the dangers of too much automation. Okay. In the novel, there are essentially two social classes, the engineers and those other people who worked with the machines, and the second class, the homesteaders. On the homestead, all the people who no longer had jobs had nothing to do all day, and no source of pride like they might otherwise get from work. It was a damn fine book and a damn fine point. Goddamn robots had turned me into a homesteader, and now I'm free. We walked a good long minute in silence, approaching the end of the Venice Beach boardwalk, where it crosses over to the Santa Monica side. End of the road for me, she gestured to the end of the boardwalk. What do you mean? I can't leave Venice Beach boardwalk. Or what, you'll stop being Jesus? Shit, where do you sleep? There's a cot for me back at Sidewalk Cafe. Ain't terribly comfortable, but this hot sun tires me out. Makes me feel like home. So I sleep enough. Well, that's good. Tell me something. Do you believe in me? That you're Jesus? She nodded, probing my damaged soul with her mesmerizing hazel eyes. I do. And I'm not just saying that. There's something about you. Something Christ-like? No, I don't know. Something deep. Something I haven't felt. The kind of thing I'd been inclined to run from before, but why not now? Faith doesn't build in one setting. Having none myself, I can only imagine that it grows over time, exponentially. I don't think you'd even dispute the notion that man can never truly be whole. But if he believes in something greater than himself, maybe he's not whole, but he's changed. He may even be at peace. And that's what you want now? Peace? Yeah. But I want to earn it. Take all the steps. I want to believe in you, in Jesus Christ. And the truth is, if you're not the same person, if you're some random cokehead street belcher who isn't anything close to Jesus, I don't want to know. I just want to believe. Jesus grinned from ear to ear, her couple of gold teeth once again shining out like a beacon to God, her Father. Then you come find me any time. Be good to yourself. Jacina Maris' daughter, Fuzzlewick, squeezed her rough, scaly hand on my shoulder, then trailed away, off to burp, convert, or rip sweet lines of yayo in dingy Venice bathrooms. I felt the first sweet drips of peace enter me, not on the shoulder where she touched me, but near my butthole. Was I becoming a Christian? I don't know, but I decided not to drink alone on the beach that night. No comfort but the crabs. For the first time in forever, the allure of shit-faced solitude had lost all nobility. I was an empty hole, ready for God to fill me. Thank you.
Oh well, that was certainly a ride, so to speak. You know,
Okay.
a ride you might find on Venice Beach with your story. But a couple things I'd like to go over here, and I had a couple of the other boys on the call, and they wrote some notes for me here to go over with you. So number one, we actually here we are barred from using any sort of association with RC Cola for legal reasons.
Oh. Okay.
And this is if we were to publish, which more than likely not. How's this for Mountain Dew Code Red?
Woo! I love Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay, that's going to be a problem. How about Diet Dr. Pepper? I've heard the belch meter with that is phenomenal.
Sure. Why'd you mention Mountain Dew then?
Just we try to get our authors, our writers, as far away from their concept as we can in terms of satisfaction with their material. We think here at our publishing company, we tend to want to have. We believe the more dissatisfied you are in the writing process, the more satisfaction our readers can get. So, if we were to stick with this story, couple other things. Why is Jesus? Why is he belching? Why is he not? If he or she, excuse me.
Yeah.
If he or she is back, why are they not? If Jesus were to come back, you know what the first thing he'd be doing is?
Fucking?
No, he would be a sandal salesman. He would be selling sandals left and right. You want to know why? Because Jesus wore sandals. That would be our view.
Jesus did
Number
wear sandals.
2, why Venice Beach? Why not the suburbs of Chicago? Why not Denver, Colorado? We don't like the area. We think it's terrible.
Okay.
Thoughts? Yeah. Would you be willing to give away Venice Beach?
I think California would be willing to give away Venice Beach.
All right. Again, if we're gonna take your stuff, no jokes. Only reading and writing. Okay.
Okay.
We'll pretend your illiterate ass can actually do something over there. Now, in terms of Pop Rocks, we're more of a Mentos company.
Okay.
So that's just some food for thought, or candy for thought, if you will.
Mentos does mix with soda.
Yeah. Do you like Mentos?
Nah.
That's good. We like that you don't like Mentos.
Okay.
And couple other things. Did you happen to have an idea for the race of this Jesus figure?
Whatever race sells.
Race does sell, doesn't it? Okay, that's gonna be a problem. And how about this robot Holocaust? Now,
Correct.
Do you have no problem with the reference to the actual Holocaust that may or may not have occurred, correct? Or
What?
is this?
You mean the Holocaust in World War II?
What is this World War II you speak of? I know of only one war. It's the Great War.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's not important. What's important is that do these robots, do they or do they not have feelings?
I kind of wanted to leave it open for interpretation. If the reader thought they have feelings, then they have feelings. If the reader thought they didn't have feelings, then they didn't have feelings.
We're still hung up here on Jesus. She or he. I'm not going to misgender here. They should have been selling sandals, not belching on the Venice Beach.
That's fine.
No, that's up for us to decide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I think we appreciate your time. I think the first one we've got some room to work with Pei Wei and the Seven Flavors. So yeah, that's you'll be hearing from us on that. I can't say the same for Belching Jesus. God knows who's going to buy that shit. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll have my people call. Who am I kidding? You don't have people, but I'll have my people do something. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for your time here.
Yeah. Thank you. That was. God damn it. Fuck. Why did I want to be a writer?